Are you ready?
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is a strange case of Sean here with the first chapter of a brand new story of mine titled 2 Words For Ya. This story will be told in a similar format of my Wyatt 6 Invade AEW series. The story will mostly be written by me with some assistance from Chat GPT. This story will see the many effects from a monumental event in wrestling history. This story will align close to the reality of current wrestling landscape, but with some changes that will be shared as the story is told. And with that said, let's get started, shall we? Professional wrestling is thriving, and WWE is seeing arguably its most successful period as a new year has begun and a new era on Netflix has commenced. On the first episode of Raw on Netflix, the crowd is anticipating for the show to begin. Suddenly, Triple H's music begins to play. The crowd erupts. He makes his entrance and gets into the ring. The crowd chants for him. He gets a microphone. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, and now we are here on Netflix. The crowd cheers. So that brings me to a question that's been racking my brain, and that's, are you ready? The crowd cheers. No, I said, are you ready? The crowd erupts. Well then, HBK's music plays, and he makes his way to the ring. The crowd is ecstatic to see Shawn Michaels on the first episode of Raw on Netflix. He grabs a microphone. You didn't think you were going to do this without me now, did you? The crowd laughs. Triple H responds, I'm happy to see you here. Who'd have thought? Us. A pair of guys just trying to have fun, guys who shook the system for entertainment, a bunch of degenerates. Now to the positions we are in. Shawn responds, yeah, what the hell happened? The crowd laughs. Triple H continues, well, let's continue then. Do you remember the words? Shawn can't look at Triple H but smiles. Triple H bows his head. Well, then let's get ready to... Suddenly, you hear, if you smell what The Rock is cooking. The crowd erupts. The final boss, The Rock, then makes his entrance. He stares into the crowd with a mic in hand. He motions to cut the music. He begins. Finally, The Rock has... No more sing-along with The Rock. The final boss does what he wants, when he wants, and doesn't need any of you. The crowd boos. He continues. The Rock isn't here to waste time because that's not something the final boss has time for. But there is something that needs to be addressed. You see, there's been a lot of talk in the TKO boardroom, a lot of chatter, and it all comes down to one simple thing. Who the hell is calling the shots in WWE? Hunter, Shawn, you two have been the captains of this ship, but we're going down. And we're going down fast. The crowd boos. He continues. But The Rock isn't going to let that happen. He came up with a great idea. WWE is the most electrifying brand in all of entertainment, and it needs to be run by one person, one captain, one vision. The Rock told the TKO board of directors his thoughts, and they agreed. So here it is. TKO wants the operations of all the rosters of the WWE run by one sole person. This goes for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. The crowd boos. Triple H and Shawn Michaels look displeased about the announcement. The Rock continues. In the ring are 2 of the greatest wrestlers and minds of the business. On their own, they can guide the WWE to an even brighter future. Together, it's safe to say, WWE has peaked, and its days as the top brand, or even a brand at all, are numbered. By the end of the night, myself and the TKO board would like your recommendations for the position. The Rock's music plays, and he exits the stage. Triple H and Shawn Michaels look annoyed and confused. Later in the show, there is a World Heavyweight Championship match between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. It is a competitive match between both wrestlers. Charlotte kicks out of 2 riptides, while Rhea escapes Charlotte's figure 8 2 times. The finish of the match sees Charlotte having Rhea in yet another figure 8, when Cora Jade runs into the ring with a chair and hits Charlotte's leg with the chair. The referee calls for the bell. Rhea looks confused while kneeling. Roxanne Perez runs in and hits her from behind with a kendo stick. Cora continues the chair shots on Charlotte. Rhea rolls out of the ring. Roxanne hits Rhea with some more kendo stick shots. She places her onto the announce table. She then hits Rhea with a DDT through the table. Charlotte begins to fight back on Cora, but Roxanne runs in with a kendo stick and hits her with it. They get the best of her and beat her down. Charlotte rolls to the outside, which then leads Roxanne hitting Pop Rocks onto the outside. They then pose above her and begin to leave. Suddenly, Tiffany Stratton's music hits. Tiffany strikes Charlotte outside of the ring with her Money in the Bank briefcase and then rolls her back into the ring. She tells the referee she's cashing in her Money in the Bank contract. The referee accepts it, and the championship match begins. Tiffany hits Charlotte with a power bomb and then a swanton bomb off the top turnbuckle and goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Tiffany Stratton becomes the new Women's World Heavyweight Champion. Roxanne and Cora laugh, walking up the ramp, and clap for Tiffany. Tiffany continues to celebrate in the ring. After the break, Perez and Jade are seen backstage. Cora grabs the camera from the camera operator and speaks. It's time for the washed stars around here to go out to pasture. Wouldn't you agree, Roxy? Roxanne laughs. It's time to take this old era out back and be rid of them and let the future of this company shine. They walk away. Backstage, we see Triple H and Shawn Michaels talking. Triple H says, I don't see what's wrong with how things are now. We both made the decision to walk away from the ring and focus on making stars. What's suddenly wrong now? Shawn keeps his head down but nods in agreement. Triple H continues, and I'm getting really sick of Dwayne pulling his weight wherever he damn pleases. Shawn keeps his head down. Triple H continues, I have half a mind to go get my boots and Shawn interrupts. Look, you had the health scare some time back and the doctors did clear you, but that is beneath you. Don't throw everything away you've worked so hard for because our boss gave us a demand. We've had tougher times before that. Triple H suddenly looks up and smiles. You're right. We have done that before. And Triple H looks at the camera. Could you excuse us? Triple H guides the cameraman out of his office and slams the door. In the last match of the night, we see the highly anticipated World Heavyweight Championship match between challenger Bron Breakker and champion Seth Rollins. Seth is confident in his abilities, but he knows he can't take Breakker too lightly. It is a competitive match that is mostly dominated by Breakker. He hits Rollins with a massive spear. The power brings both men close to the ropes. The referee counts 1, 2, but stops counting. He brings Breakker's attention to Rollins' hand, which is on the bottom rope but is limp. He throws a tantrum in the ring and yells at the referee. He turns back to Rollins, who then rolls him up, and the referee counts 1, 2, 3. Rollins wins and retains the World Heavyweight Championship. He escapes to the outside with his championship. Breakker is fuming mad. The referee tries to reason with him. Breakker exits the ring and goes to walk up the ramp, when he turns around and runs back into the ring and hits the official with a massive spear. Producers and officials race out to the ring, but Breakker escapes into the crowd and exits the arena. At the conclusion of the show, the music of D-Generation X begins to play. Triple H and HBK make their entrance in their DX gear and enter the ring. The crowd is insanely loud. Triple H begins. You know, when you look back at the history of this business, one name stands out above the rest. One group that did things their way. A group that didn't give a damn about the rules, about authority, about anyone telling them what to do. And that group was D-Generation X. The cerebral assassin, King of Kings, the game Triple H, and the showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. The crowd applauds and chants DX. Triple H continues. Fast forward to now, look where we are. Look where DX got us. DX didn't just tear down the walls, we rebuilt them in our image. We didn't follow the rules, we made the damn rules, and now we're the ones running this business. Triple H turns to the entrance stage and continues. Earlier, we were told there needs to be only one person running this business per the TKO board. He turns to look at Shawn. Shawn nods at him. He continues. They forgot who they're dealing with here. The crowd cheers, and he turns back to the stage and continues. You see, we've made a decision. we're not going anywhere. And in fact, for the TKO board, and sincerely to the final boss, we've got 2 words for you. Triple H turns to Shawn, who then hits him with a sweet chin music. The crowd gasps. They are in shock. Shawn then pounces Triple H and beats him down to a bloody mess. Shawn looks at his bloodied former friend and says, "I've got 2 words for you. Game over." Security and wrestlers pull him off. Medical personnel enter the ring to check on Triple H. Shawn is escorted up the ramp to massive boos. He turns around and looks at the crowd and tells them to suck it. The Raw bug comes on and the show ends. Many questions have formed, including, what does a Tiffany Stratton championship reign look like? What repercussions will Braun Breaker face? Amongst others, but most importantly, as the final boss asked, who the hell is running the WWE? We shall see. And that'll do it for the first chapter of my story, 2 words for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate all support. Be sure to check out the community creation credits in the description. Stay strange, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.